Hey, it's CJ here. Welcome back to True Point of Creation. I wanted to bring y'all in on a little collage project that I'm working on. Now, this has been sitting on my table here for a few days, and I've been just all over the place doing all types of things, and I haven't had a chance to put it together. And I figured I'd bring y'all in while I'm able to finally put it all together. Now, I already did all the cutting. There was a lot of cutting to do with this one, and I'll show you in a minute, but I think it's really cool. I'm calling it Orange Cola. That's the name I'm calling this one, Orange Cola. It doesn't make any sense right now, but it will in a minute because I'm going to bring it all together. I've already done all the cutting. I cut everything up and it's just kind of been strung out for a few days and I haven't had a chance to film any of it. So I figured I'd just bring y'all in as I glue it all together. Should be pretty cool. I don't really know how to build the suspense on these videos that much. Like I can show it to you ahead of time, but if I show it to you, then you may not want to stick around to see it all put together. And if I put it together right in front of you, then you kind of already know what it's going to look like. So I don't really know. I'm going to build up the suspense here in the future, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and glue it together. The suspense is here. That looks nothing like Orange Cola. It's green. It's green. I don't know. There's a little rabbit. He's getting covered up. Don't worry about that. So what we're going to do is just glue all the pieces together. I can't really hide it from you because it's a big piece and it shows it all here in a minute. But first, we're going to start with this little piece of art that I'm going to hang on the wall, kind of. I'm going to hang it up over here, and I think the area is right about there. I'm not really sure. I kind of had it laid out, but now I don't really remember. I remember it kind of being up over here, and so that's where we're going to put it. So let's go ahead and get it started. I'm going to go hit some glue over here with the glue stick. Make sure, this one's all glued in tight. Get the bump out of it. And so what I did with this is I found this picture from a 60s magazine. All this other stuff is cut from a 50s magazine. And I cut this back from the same magazine publication, but just, a different issue from the 60s. And so it's kind of the same paper. And I needed something for the backdrop. And this is what I got. And let's see if we can kind of make it straight. It's kind of difficult for me to see from when I'm sitting down. So that looks pretty straight. Stand up real quick and look. Line it up with that, and that should kind of be straight. Guess it doesn't have to be perfect. Picture hung on the wall. You know how that always goes. All right, and then we're going to flatten it out. So anyway, I got this background, and I was kind of worried about like it, bubbling up or whatever because it is glossy. And so what I did is I glued it, the whole thing. I glued it really good, glued it down, and I was like kind of worried that it was going to start bubbling up. And that's why it's been sitting on the table for a few days because I kind of got sidetracked. But so what I did is I glued the whole paper really good, really good. Flattened it out as good as I could with both of these little flatteners. And then I put some heavy stuff. I put a book. I put my Oscar de la Renta book on there. And then I put a box of magazines on top of it and just let it sit here. First, I flattened it out as good as I could. And then I put those magazines and the big old thick book on there. And it just really flattened it out really good. So now we're going to put glue on top of it. And we're just trying to figure out why they be bubbling up and stuff and how we can prevent that. So far, it looks really good with this piece here. Maybe didn't get a ton of glue there on the corner, but that's okay. It's all right. And this one looked good when it wasn't glued down because the way that it popped out. Now, I got to give up the secret. I got to show what it is. So are you ready to actually see the piece? That's just the background. That's just the backdrop of it all. This is called Orange Cola. That's what I'm calling it. Orange Cola. Now, you ready? I got to give up the secret. I can't hide it because I have to show it all to you at once. So here she is. It's Orange Cola. So she's going to have the oranges behind her like that, tilted to the side to give some dimension. It goes up to the edge. I think she's pretty. I like this one. I like this. She has her old cola there. We're going to put the oranges here. So look, I cut these oranges out. Got the oranges. Now they're hiding her ice skates. So she's, you're not supposed to know she's ice skating. That's kind of getting away from the theme. I'm trying to not be with the ice skating theme and be with the orange theme, the orange cola. And so that's what it's supposed to look like. I'm giving it away. There it is right there. That's what it's supposed to look like. I think it looks cool. I just have to glue it down and then we'll put it in the frame and check it out. Now, what I did, you could see from this picture, is I went and I cut out the whole bench that she's on just to like give it that dimension, but I didn't want this part of it. So you could see that he's like tying her laces. There's another cola bottle there but I also kind of wanted to take the ice skating theme out of it and the dude out of it, his hands right there, and just kind of bring it around my orange cola theme. And that's what I was going for. So this is what it looks like. This is what I was thinking. The trick is just trying to make it work, you know. So I guess we'll just see how it comes together. This is how it should look, but you know me, we might rip off some pieces or something here. So let's go ahead and try. You can see I detail cut all around her hair. I cut through the bench there just so you could see everything through the bench. And I think it looks really good. I think it's cool. I just need to bring it together now. And I figured I'd just bring y'all to this step. I know I kind of just gave it all away right there. Perfect time to leave, you know what I'm saying? But we could see what it looks like, or if I mess something up, because you never really know. So I'm going to take the oranges. Let's see, I can put the juice. I can get some up on the juice. And we're going to get it right over her ice skate. And just try to make it look straight as we can. Okay, now with this orange, looks like we can glue most of the orange and get it over her leg. That's the idea. So then we'll go and glue the whole back of it, so then it kind of all sticks together. And we're just taking that and putting the orange there to bring the orange in with the cola. Get a little bit on her hand. I think it's kind of cool how the cola is like floating like that. It would look cool in the frame. I don't think that it would be a big deal if it was. I think we're just going to glue right here just to kind of get it to hold into place. And then we'll put some glue on the back once we get around to the back. But the trick is getting her all set here. And I want the oranges in the same place. So it's a little tricky to figure out where to glue this at. But I'm just going to go for it and maybe not do too much. I know that it needs it right around here and up there. So just go ahead and go for it, you know, and see what happens. Figured make it real fast since I've already gave away the secret. Can't leave y'all hanging too long now because the secret's already out. All right, so I kind of wanted it to be with her hair, kind of like poking out like that with the angle. Want it to be angled. And somewhere under her chin, maybe. Like right there. Yeah, that seems good. Seems like it. I like it. I like it. Uh-oh. See, I can feel her sticking. I don't know where she's sticking at, but she's sticking a little bit. There's what the back look like. It's so interesting to always see like the pictures that you lost with it. Lost this lady. I think she was there in the family, like sitting in the living room or something. And then we lost this lady, and then the back over here. But yeah, you never really know what you're gonna lose. It kind of sucks because I could have used this picture for sure and that lady up over there. But you know, you gotta pick. That's kind of the trick here. So I'm gonna put some on the back of this orange right there to make that stick. Okay, make sure that that's sticking in there good. And now I think that it's glued up pretty well. I'll bring it up here so we can see it a little better, and then I'll move it out of the way when it's time to place it. But I think we're in a pretty good shape now. I just want to get it put together, and I figured I might as well film it and bring y'all along with it. But I already did most of the work. All the cutting was crazy, and I just dragged it out for a long time. But now I'm putting it together. So I'm going to go around the edges here and be real careful and try not to rip anything, because my heavy hands over here and this skinny little bench and all this stuff could easily get ripped off. But I was pretty good at doing the fussy cutting with the razor blade. I did a lot of that with the razor blade, and couldn't really get in there with the scissors, you know, so had to hit it with the razor blade. Oh, there goes a clump of glue right on the side of that bench. See if I can get that off before I place it. Big old clump of glue right there. Let's see if we can get that off of there. It didn't get on the front too much. Oh, it's right around the orange juice. Okay. You can see what happened. A bunch of the glue just came off there. Let's get that totally out of the way because now it has glue on it. All right, so we want her to line up right here on the side and her dress sort of to be down at the bottom. And it should just drop into place. Just like that. Now, let's flatten her up. Flatten, flatten. Some of it's going to be flapping like the little orange pieces there, and that's okay because they didn't really get the glue. And once you flatten it behind the frame, it'll probably go down. And having a little dimension of it popping out, I thought it was cool with the cola bottle popping up. there. So I did like that. And then that's where that extra glue is at. And it's trying to spread it over her ankles. We don't want that to happen now, do we, girl? No, we don't. All right, you're looking good. I like it. I like it already. It's looking really cool. Let me take it. Yeah, let me look at it, make sure. Look at it, make sure that glue's not getting all over. It's kind of there. There's that orange piece. All right, it's looking good. Let's throw it in a frame. Let's clean up first so we can reveal what it looks like. And these are extra pieces. Definitely can use those because I like that green. And we'll be able to make something cool out of that here in the future. Let me just throw some of this stuff out of the way. And then we can put this in a frame and see what it looks like. So here's our little frame. I already had it ready. So that was convenient. And there's the top of it. Where's the top of her? All right. Get her in there. She fit perfectly. Look at that. Perfect fit. She's been sitting around. She's been waiting for this moment. All right. She fit in the frame perfectly. She fit in there perfectly. She's been waiting on this moment. She's been sitting on my table waiting to be assembled. This one's called Orange Cola. Y'all ready to see Orange Cola in the frame? You ready? You ready? Here it is. Boom. Yeah, she looks cool. She looks refreshing. I love it in here. I love it with the oranges. See, the background's from the 60s magazine, and then all the other clippings are from the 50s magazine. So I just really liked it. I figured it would be a really cool one. I detail cut all between the benches and all that stuff all around here and put the oranges in there. I thought it was really cool. I had a lot of fun making it. If you guys like this one as much as I like it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.